Welcome to one of my favorite places. We're at Joe Hamm's Daffodil Garden, and we're just here in time to see the very last blooms, the late blooms. Now, when you're planting your bulbs this fall, and you are planting bulbs, right? Be sure to look for early, mid, and late varieties so you have this extended season. I can't wait to show you around. Follow me. Joe, how did this all get started?
Once upon a time, when I was, I've always been interested in daffodils. With my maternal grandfather, I had an uncle that was instrumental in my learning about gardening in general. And I was very intrigued with the daffodil, and I learned more about it. And then I thought, oh, I'll just, there's no way I'm going to collect 29,000 daffodils. And plus many of them are extinct. But so I concentrated on the year of my birth, 1938. And eventually I went beyond that. And the whole name of my game is preservation. And there's research involved too. I grew hostas, and I grew dahlias, and I grew iris, but I also had to compete with the deer. And I eventually got tired of it. I mean, you know, electric fence and different repellents. I just gave up, and well, nobody eats daffodils.
And what do you get out of it when they start blooming early in the spring?
Oh, it's a big excitement. It's like a rebirth. I mean, of course, the whole thing, you know, Narcissus, I mean, that was the whole mythological, example of returning to life.
What do you hope that people come to visit this garden get out of their time looking at the daffodils?
Well, for one thing, I hope they learn that they're not all yellow. And what's nice about doing the show is people get to see these things at eye level, which is far different than looking down on them. So they can appreciate actually the form and color.
Carol and I walk the garden, and we pick samples. We write on the stem the location, the name, and bring them in so that his official eyes can look at them, and then we enter notes so that we have this journal going for every bed over the course of years. That is a lot of what it is. Keeping the database updated, getting the sales list together for the bulbs that we are selling.
Can't wait.
Keeping tabs of the conditions of the bulbs that we dug, rough count of how many so that we know what's sellable. Do we have sufficient quantities to do that or not?
And what is it like for you when you see all these visitors getting so much enjoyment out of your hard work?
That's nice. It is. And anyone who does any gardening sees behind the scenes what it takes to keep these beds in the shape that they're in. And also, you know, helping people to understand that there are different shapes and forms and sizes, and it just opens up a whole nother world. And you can just see the interest. And I never knew this. I never knew there were more than one on a stem. I never knew that some of these were fragrant. And so it's the education process. As he said, the idea is to educate and to maintain archive. And that is filling the educational process. But people get pleasure out of what they're seeing. And that is sustaining, that is.
This place is absolutely magical, and I wish I could have showed it to you in its peak. We're at the very end of the daffodil season, and it was a very early season, but put this on your list for next spring of places to see. It's absolutely free, and you'll go home with a nice bouquet of flowers. I'm going to keep looking around.